Hello everyone, my name is Michael and I am talking to you from the verse. Now if you're not sure what the verse is, I encourage you to go to my website at rewritingtheverse.com, and there you can find out all about the verse along with a lot of written and video updates that I've done over the months since being a part of co-creating the verse. So today's message is about the upcoming annular solar eclipse and new moon, actually at the same time, on 12/26/2019. So I am a past life regressionist and a rewriter, which means I can actually go back in and rewrite the outcomes of past life timelines. And I just finished one specifically related to the annular solar eclipse, as well as connected to the twin flame journey and the divine masculine and divine feminine. They play into that as well. So what I wanted to share is the insights that I got from completing that tonight, which has upgraded the twin flame experience for people and helped lift us once again through our ascension process. This is actually something I do believe I'll continue to do for the twin flames, divine masculine, divine feminines, in future videos, because I see how, well, I'm passionate about those groups as well as past life regressions, and I can do it for that collective over a period of time, at least as we go through this ascension process. Now, if you're not sure if you're a twin flame or not, or the divine masculine, divine feminine, well, here's my personal belief: that we all are twin flames, that we all have a counterpart somewhere, another half of us somewhere, and that one of us in the dynamic is either a divine masculine or a divine feminine. So no matter who you are, I believe this is for you. I believe everybody is being impacted, whether you know who your twin flame is or not, doesn't matter. They still impact you, you impact them. And that also means that these videos that, well, these past life regressions that I do heal are going to lift the overall collective. So I do think this is going to be an ongoing thread to link those two things together, the past life regressions and the twin flame journey together over time. So I'm excited about that. Not that I won't do other types of videos and other collectives or groups, etc., but this, I think, is probably the first of many for this group. So I'm excited about that idea. So I want to speak to what came through today, though, about this specific solar eclipse. So I am by no means an expert on astrology or astronomy, whatever, but I do know a little bit about what makes this particular annular solar eclipse special, or any kind of annular solar eclipse. And the dynamic, I guess, is that the moon is the furthest distance away from the planet that it can be, apparently. So when it covers the sun, it doesn't fully cover it like a typical solar eclipse would. So therefore there you can see the outer halo of the sun around the moon. So this is a fairly rare phenomenon, and I don't know how rare or how often it happens, but it's rare. So it does pack maybe a more powerful punch than a traditional solar eclipse. And on top of that, we not only have that, we have a new moon. And this particular new moon, my understanding, is also an extra power-packed new moon. So with those together, this is shaping up to be a pretty powerful eclipse, and I feel like it might actually be another portal as well, in which humanity can level up again. We are going through an ascension process right now. So based on my past life regression, I will tell you more about what I learned about this particular eclipse and what we can utilize it for. It's rather special from what I can tell. So in the past life, there was exactly another annular solar eclipse, probably new moon, exactly like, or maybe this one might be even more powerful now, but basically the same dynamic going on astrologically. And the people involved in that past life regression were utilizing it at specifically like the magic of it, like it was extremely powerful to the point where people could transfigure or transform into something other than themselves. So genetically, if they had a genetic predisposition, but it wasn't expressed in the world in that past life regression, one of them could choose that if they want to actually shift into something else, or use the power of that day to, again, shapeshift in some other way. So physically, yes, I do believe, at least in that past life regression, we could see that there was actual physical transfiguration happening in direct relationship to that eclipse. But what I'm seeing is, if you're good with the physical form that you were in, but there are other ways of being that you would like to be, then the power of this annular solar eclipse can help you shift that at a whole nother level. If you are in the process or at a crossroads about who you want to be in the world, how you want to be self-expressed, etc., if there's 2 or more options out there and you're still trying to figure it out, or you know what you want to be and it's not what you are now, then using the power of this solar eclipse tomorrow can make a huge difference, and I believe transform you into that which you are intending. I would be careful though, make sure it's what you really want, because this seems to be a power-packed scenario. So if you're wishy-washy about it, be careful. So this is amazing in a lot of ways. Whether it's just for personal preference and you just want to get out there in the world in a different way and you want to use the magic of this eclipse, great. But for the twin flames and divine masculine and divine feminines out there, this is an opportunity to bring you and your other half together at a whole other level, is what I saw in that past life regression. By the way, I will put the link of this past life regression I did tonight so you can go and see the whole thing, which actually, unfortunately, I tried to record the whole regression and rewrite, and there were issues. So the video that I'm going to reference, I'll have to fill you in on the regression, but it is a live rewrite at the end. So if you're interested in the details, that's where to go and find out more about it. And yeah, it was pretty phenomenal. Definitely, you know, twin flames often have circumstances that tend to keep them apart. Different cultures, different whatever. Oh, there was some barriers that they had to overcome in that lifetime too. So, but basically what I did was I rewrote that to the highest level, and they did use the power of this annular solar eclipse to get themselves to where they could really live out their dream of together forever kind of thing. So I'll let you watch that video for more details. Until I looked at this past life, I had no idea the power of this upcoming eclipse in just like less than 2 days. So wherever you're at in the world, it's either going to be December 26th or 25th for you. Be conscious during that time. Put intentions out there if you want to shift something within yourself. And the ultimate message was, preferably do not shift to make somebody else happy. Oh, I want to be with that twin flame and they're this way. Well, then I need to shift to be that way. You know, that's not how to go about it. That doesn't mean not to shift to create a space where you can both be together. But really it's about being your full self-expressed self, who you truly want to be. And if that's the right person for you, they will line up with that. It will come together nicely. So, and I'm not saying that don't consider them in the circumstances, but if it lines up with your heart and your soul, not just the heart, it's not just about typical love. We know that the twin flames, if you're into the twin flame conversation at all, we know that this is an extraordinary connection, but is not easily set aside. Almost impossible sometimes to be set aside for other things. If you are truly wanting to set up a connection with this person at a whole nother level, this is one opportunity. This annular solar eclipse is definitely one opportunity to put the intention out there to create something amazing with them. And now after this healing tonight, at a whole nother level. So I'm very excited. I felt the power of this eclipse as I was doing the rewrite and realizing, wow, this is what the energy is. It's going to thrust us into 2020. And whether you end up with twin flames or not, or if you even care about that, just know that the twin flame and the divine masculine, divine feminine dynamics and relationships are what's driving us through this ascension process. I really have yet to see anything else that's giving it this much boost. And if I do run across it, I'll acknowledge it. But so far, I'm seeing, at least, maybe because I do very much believe in the twin flame journey. Maybe that's why it's being shown to me this strong versus any other ways. I know there's other healings happening now, so I'm not going to discount that's happening. But I'm being shown every major portal we hit, the twin flame connection is the key to lifting us up and through those portals. So tomorrow is a huge choice point. Whether you're doing it just for your own personal growth and or doing it with the intention of the twin flame dynamic, whatever the case is, it's magical tomorrow. You get to have a choice. You get to say who you're going to be after that. And again, make sure you're clear about it. Don't put wishy-washy, kind of energy out there, or who knows what you'll end up like. Honestly, you gotta be careful with this one, I think. But really, if you just want to be your highest self, your best self for your other half, whatever, if you hold those intentions, you'll probably end up where you need to be. So this is exciting, another exciting portal and event happening, and thank you everybody who's contributing consciously, and most people are contributing in some sort of way, whether they know it or not. And here we go again, another major boost in the ascension process. Thank you all. Have a good night. Peace and joy.